will watch the typical assessment of baby in 5 different positions at 4 months of age. We'll review the head, trunk, upper extremities, and lower extremities in each position. Additionally, make note of how alignment, core control, strength, and range of motion all give insights into baby's development. Let's get started.
Supine. By 4 months, baby is now able to maintain the head and midline. Notice the lengthening of the neck with an active chin tuck achieved at the end of this clip, which is indicative of typically developing core control. There is active head turning to either side. The development of downward gaze and the chin tuck strengthen each other. Baby's trunk is balanced and active, indicative of typically developing core control. The increased strength in stomach and back muscles affords the important ability to lift their hips off the surface to kick. Baby may begin to roll from supine to side-lying with shoulders, trunk, and hips aligned with each other. If baby rolls, it should be to both sides. At 4 months, the arms have greater ability to move off the surface with a variety of movement. Baby reaches forward and higher against gravity for objects of interest, indicative of typically developing core. Baby can actively grasp in midline and explore more with open hands. In this side view of the 4-month-old, baby's legs are still typically flexed and rotated out to the sides. When baby does kick, there is increased trunk activity of both stomach and back muscles, indicative of typically developing core control. Baby may kick into the surface, leading with their heel. Prone. By 4 months, baby is now able to hold their head up to 90 degrees for extended periods of time. Baby is able to lift and turn their head. Using a toy is a great way to facilitate this movement. Baby's neck is more visible due to continued strengthening and elongation of neck, upper back, and stomach muscles. These clips illustrate head and neck components of core development. Strength and activation of trunk muscles continues to increase. This balance of abdominal muscles and back extensors is essential for the development of core control. Baby props with chest lifted off the support surface and their weight shifts posteriorly. The hips may move, alternating on and off the surface as seen here. Baby may lift both arms and legs on and off the surface at the same time with control, sometimes called swimming. These clips illustrate trunk components of core development. Baby props with elbows in front of the shoulders as seen here, or in line with the shoulders and actively pushes into the surface. In the propped position at this age, we see baby has the freedom to actively move an arm off the surface. You may see baby lift arms, extend elbows, and open hands. Baby may push into extended arm weight bearing, in which both arms are fully extended and the chest is lifted. These clips illustrate shoulder girdle components of core development. Hip and knee extension continues to increase. At 4 months, baby shows increased alternating leg activity and more kicking, strengthening trunk and pelvis and contributing to the development of baby's core control. Side lying. By 4 months, baby's head remains in line with trunk and hips. Baby can now easily lift their head away from the surface. Baby can initiate a roll to back or stomach from side lying. These clips illustrate developing components of core control. The trunk is typically in line with the head and hips. Stomach and back muscles of trunk are stronger and more active, allowing baby to maintain the side-lying position independently. The trunk is more stable, providing ability for baby to move the arms and legs away from trunk and surface. Baby may roll from side-lying to back or stomach with trunk as a unit. These clips illustrate developing trunk components of core control. The arms are more active at 4 months, moving away from the body. More reaching occurs, which may result in rolling to back or stomach. Increasing trunk strength and upper extremity movements further strengthen the core. Hands are now open and come together at midline. Baby is also more visually alert, which allows baby to grab toys and bring them to their mouth. Legs are still relatively flexed, and the top leg may rest on the surface. The legs are more active with increased kicking. This activity in the legs may result in rolling to stomach or back. Increasing trunk strength and lower extremity movements further strengthen the core. Sitting. By 4 months, baby can now hold their head over their body for long periods of time. Now when shifting baby to one side as seen here, baby tilts their head to the opposite side. This helps baby maintain their vision on a horizontal plane. These clips demonstrate increasing core control and emerging head righting. Baby still needs assistance in sitting, but your support on the trunk should be lower and lighter than previous months, corresponding with the increasing core control. The trunk is still inclined forward but has lessened to a 0 to 30 degree incline. Baby has strength and balance to move into a more upright position due to increased core control. Here you will see 2 examples of the upper extremities in sitting at 4 months old. Baby's arms and hands continue to move against gravity with examiner's hands lower and lighter to assist baby's core control. Movement in and out of flexion and extension at the elbows should also be present, helping to bring hands together to the mouth and to the feet. Support on the trunk is needed to assist core to allow baby to reach and briefly hold a toy. The hands are also predominantly open at this age. Legs have more movement on the surface now, yet still do not contribute to adequate stability needed for sitting. Hips and knees are still flexed and rotated outward, with the upper thigh off the surface. Standing. By 4 months, with improved core, baby has sufficient head control to hold it upright over body. An active chin tuck may also be present. Balanced trunk flexion and extension assists baby in maintaining an upright position with lower and lighter support from caregiver. Here we see the support hands are further down baby's trunk, and less effort is needed to hold baby in this upright position. When supported, the trunk and hips can move side to side or front to back over the feet. These clips illustrate developing trunk components of core control. Much like at 3 months, arm movements continue to be influenced by the amount of support given to the baby. Baby will exhibit increased variety of movements depending on the support given by the caregiver. For example, if the caregiver is holding the baby's hands, elbows may be more flexed. If the caregiver is holding baby at their trunk, baby has the ability to reach, explore, and bring their hands to their mouth. At 4 months, hips and knees remain in slight flexion with more frequent movements into extension. Knee control and extension may be variable, and baby may collapse into flexion. Feet are flat on the surface, and toe curling may be present. The creation of this course would not have been possible without the expertise from therapists at pathways.org and in Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago and Easter Seals DuPage and Fox Valley.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel and check out our other social media accounts in the description below. It's never too early or too late to get baby on the right pathway.